Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Let's Play Deus Ex Human Revolution, and let's continue the game where we last left off, which is going to see Pritchard.
On high alert. It's not only the pro-augs who might want to get a Taggart, but the ones against them too.
You're saying that pro-human activists might see this visit as treachery?
I'm just saying anything is possible, so keep your eyes out for suspicious characters.
Right.
No one relaxes until Taggart and his entourage are out of the building.
Hey boss, I heard there was some kind of commotion at the downtown police station earlier. You know that's the precinct that was handling the investigation into the first attack against us, don't you? We're attacked, then the police handling the investigation get attacked. I guess it's a stretch to think that the two are related.
Got it covered here, boss. Don't you worry. I think Mr. Sarif might be expecting you.
But first, let's go see Pritchard, as he had something important to tell us.
Damn that Taggart. He's the one who incited those radicals, you know. He may as well have ordered them to do it. I don't understand how anyone could attack David Sarif after all he's done for this city.
Just something about Taggart that I know. He's a bigot. I know. I asked him.
What do you want? As much as I hate to admit it, I need your help. That signal you shut down in DRB territory. It's been active for almost a year.
You're telling me someone outside this company has had access to our network since before the first attack?
I've detected intrusions before and shut them down swiftly every time. But whoever designed this particular algorithm is good. Very good.
You've told Sarif?
See, here's the thing. The intrusions were possible because of a backdoor access into our security system that I never even knew existed.
The one Sanders' team used to get inside our plant.
I've worked here for 7 years, Jensen, and this is the first time I've seen that particular access route. David Sarif created it specifically to bypass the firewall. He's hiding something, and I think you should find out what it is.
Why me?
Because, as far as I can tell, Sarif created that access and was streaming a lot of data through it shortly after your ex-girlfriend suggested he hire you. Don't you have some investigating to do? I told you that backdoor pipeline allowed someone to hack into our system. It cost people their lives.
Now, before I do that, let's just check if there's any new email. Nope. Alright. Well, now let's go and meet Sarif and ask him about it. This little revelation. Now, how much? 204. No.
I saw William Taggart in the building earlier. Guy's got balls coming here. The Humanity Front? Shit. They're no better than those Purity First jerks. Only they attack us in the press.
Most of the team is sticking around, sir, in case the attack on the plant was just phase 1 of a more devious plan. I don't think anything will happen, though. Those Purity First guys don't seem smart enough.
Now let's go upstairs.
Excuse me.
Mr. Jensen, isn't it?
Sir, you have that charity dinner?
In a moment, Isaiah. I was hoping I might run into you, Mr. Jensen. Bill Taggart.
The founder of the Humanity Front. I know who you are.
Yes. Yes, I imagine you do. As David Sarif's top security man, I imagine you have quite the file on me. But I assure you, Mr. Jensen, I am devastated by recent events.
Really?
I do not support what you and your company are doing to mankind. I believe it's extremely dangerous. But abolishing human enhancement technologies will only be achieved through legal means.
I'll keep that in mind.
This is your first day back since the accident 6 months ago, isn't it?
Sir, we have to go.
What happened to me was no accident.
Ah, my mistake. But it must have been stressful facing down a second incident so soon. I imagine it brought back all kinds of unpleasant memories.
Well, let's stay cool.
I appreciate your concern, Mr. Taggart, but it was nothing I couldn't handle.
I'm a psychologist, Mr. Jensen. I know when a man is hiding behind words. The flesh may heal, but the mind is not always so resilient. You might want to keep that in mind. Now, if you'll be so kind as to excuse me.
Well, let's question him.
I'm curious about something, Mr. Taggart. What is it you hope to accomplish by coming here tonight?
I would think that would be obvious. Your company has been viciously targeted. The violence and bloodshed that's occurred, it must be stopped. But I'm afraid it won't be until men of wisdom and understanding come to an agreement.
About what?
About the future, Mr. Jensen. This enhancement technology threatens to change the course of human evolution, to redefine what it even means to be human. You think governments can afford to let that go unregulated?
You can't stop progress, Mr. Taggart.
Perhaps not. But neither can we afford to sit by and watch it happen on its own. Not when we have the ability, the collective will, and foresight to influence it.
I see. Thank you for illuminating me.
Anytime.
Just doing my job here, sir. I'm sure you can appreciate that. But most of your people have been kind enough to give us a wide berth, so let's keep the hassle to a minimum.
You're Taggart's aide, aren't you? Dr. Isaiah Sandoval, isn't it?
No need to play ignorant, Mr. Jensen. I am quite sure you have a file on me that's as thick as the one you have on Mr. Taggart.
You're an outspoken activist in your own right, Dr. Sandoval.
When you have seen the things that I have, you find you have no choice but to stand up and be counted. Frankly, I am surprised an ex-cop like yourself isn't more disturbed by the dangers of this technology.
Augmentations help a lot of people, Doc. Handicapped, war vets.
Yes, but at what cost? My own friend had his life ruined by these so-called enhancements of yours. A man much like you who had no choice but to become augmented. Yet once he was, too much power can make you do terrible things, Mr. Jensen. I suggest you think long and hard on that.
I'd like to hear more about your friend, Dr. Sandoval. What exactly did he do?
Nothing.
Was he injured in the Gulf?
He went on a rampage in a shopping mall, if you must know, hoping to be gunned down by the police, rather than face a lifetime battling augmentation addiction.
He was addicted to augments?
They don't talk about it in those corporate brochures of yours, do they? Neuroposine dependency, rejection psychosis, any number of physical and psychological ills have resulted from this technology, and yet we rarely hear a word about them.
I'm sure the literature is out there.
No thanks to the throng of corporate lawyers attempting to stop it.
Your friend, did he succeed? Did he suicide by cop?
No. Bill Taggart talked him down.
Anything else?
I am sure you are very busy, Mr. Jensen, as are Mr. Taggart and I.
Real shame what happened at your factory tonight. My condolences. We'll be out of here shortly. Then you can all relax.
Let's chat with Athena.
Athena, you've been at this company a long time.
I hope that's not a comment about my age, Adam.
No. But I know nothing gets by you. If Sarif had done something that could compromise us.
Mr. Sarif has only the best interests of this company in mind, Adam.
I'm not questioning that.
Aren't you? I've been here since the beginning. I've seen how he built this up from nothing. He cares for his people. He truly believes what we're doing is important, and he would never do anything to jeopardize it.
I shouldn't have brought it up.
No, you shouldn't have. Now, if you'll excuse me, I'm busy.
Now let's go meet David.
Boss, we need to talk.
Is something wrong?
I'm not sure. Did you set up a private access route to bypass the company firewall right before you hired me?
What?
Pritchard said someone's been using it to access our system since before the first attack. The security measures he and I set in place never stopped them because we didn't even know the loophole existed.
Oh, I see. Frank's fixed that, though, right?
He has now. But he's wondering why you never mentioned it.
Frank's paranoid, Adam. You know that. Can a busy man forget things once in a while?
You streamed an awful lot of data through that portal, boss. Right before you brought me on board. Preacher may be paranoid, but I gotta admit, I'm wondering what was in it too.
Yeah, as an ex-cop, I guess you would. But the important thing is you found the hole and plugged it. We're secure now. And the information you uncovered in that FEMA facility may actually help us track these guys. So let's just stay focused on what's important.
Well, let's try to refocus.
I want to, believe me. I want to catch these guys as badly as you do. But that breach is responsible for every security crisis we've had, including today's. If you want me to stop these guys, I need to know what kind of data they've had access to.
You're right, you're right. I'm sorry if I seem evasive. But there's something you're not getting here, Adam. Business is war, with no clear battleground and no rules to keep our enemies honest. In this company, I'm the commander-in-chief, and I have to be ready for anything, and I will do anything to ensure that I am. Now, I hired you because I needed a general I could trust, one who knows how to obey orders.
Well, let's try to now this time placate.
Adam, are we done here?
No, just one.
Whoa, don't get me wrong, boss. I'm not questioning your leadership. I'm just concerned that the data you streamed might have been compromised, accessed by the hacker who attacked us. If so, how do you suggest I handle it?
Good question. I guess we should consider every possibility. Look, I'm not going to share every single detail of this data with you. As CEO of this company, there are things I can't release, even to you, Frank, or Athena. I consider us all a team here, but we each have our own roles to fill. I decide who gets trusted with what, and in this case, you're just going to have to do your job without knowing all the facts. Megan said you could roll with the punches. Proof she was right.
Well, let's try to refocus.
Megan? Boss, what does Megan have to do with any of this? I thought we were discussing a security breach.
No, Adam. You were discussing it. I just told you it's time to move on. Megan was a valuable asset, Adam, in more ways than one. If she pointed me in a direction, I followed up on it. Now, if the data I stream goes public, it's likely to get embarrassing, but that's all. And it's the kind of embarrassment the shareholders pay me to deal with. So I don't need you wasting your time getting sidetracked. You understand?
Now. Well, let's try to placate.
Boss, I'm sorry if you think this is a big waste of time. I just don't want to see anyone else getting hurt because of information I didn't have. But if you really believe this data can't hurt us, that it won't come back somehow and bite us in the ass, then I'll trust you.
I can't be 100% sure of something like that, Adam. No one can. God damn it. All right. Look, the truth is, I set up a confidential data channel for a private investigator, someone who can run covert background checks on people, potential new recruits, like you.
You what?
I had to, Adam. You were a liability, remember? You'd just been fired from SWAT. Now, Megan believed in you, but I had to be sure. Look, I don't want this to come between us. I'll send the files to your computer. You can see for yourself what he dug up. But Adam, you'd better be sure.
Why? What do you mean?
I mean, sometimes the past should stay in the past. Once you see that data, you can't unring the bell. When you're ready, come back and talk to me. We need to discuss our next move.
And now we got a praxis point, but let's not use it quite yet. Let's see if I can purchase one, but I'll now first go and see my computer and see if I can still leave Sarif building and go buy that praxis kit from Lim. And maybe I'll go and sell... I never remember the name. Peps. And get a little bit of inventory space. I wonder if Pritchard's still here. No? Maybe I'll go and see Pritchard too. Interesting facts about Jensen's past and childhood. Oh.
Athena tells me you spoke to Sarif. Did he happen to tell you why he made us look like idiots?
I'm handling it.
You can imagine how relieved I am to hear that. I'll tell you what. While you follow any lead Sarif spoon feeds you, I'm going to do what I should have done in the first place and backtrace that signal.
That's your pride talking. Still, get back to me if you find something.
You meant when?
Pretty sure I didn't.
Okay, so didn't need to go find Pritchard. Now let's see if I can leave for a moment.
Hey, Mr. Jensen. Cindy left for the night about an hour ago. So did most of the others. I guess you know your way around by now, though, right? I got the front desk, but don't expect me to take any phone calls. That ain't in my contract.
People are finally starting to calm down in here. The hostage situation really rattled them. Of course, the FEMA rumor isn't helping, but I think the worst is over, as long as nothing else happens.
Hey, Mr. Jensen. You think we still need all this security in here now that the situation is behind us? Most of the office has gone home. Only the cleaning crew is sticking around.
Yes, I can leave, so let's go to the limb quickly. And also to the weapons shop guy. I'll sell the peps and the ammo. And then I have to make a decision. Should I unlock a new ability altogether, or should I improve two of them? Two current existing ones.
What's your pleasure, friend?
Now let's see if you have anything new. A couple of these, but I'll come by later.
Always a pleasure.
Also, let's tidy up a little bit.
Will you be purchasing anything today? Always a pleasure, sir.
Thank you. Now, let's look at what should I increase my eyesight so I can see through walls? Or some armor? Oh, it's so difficult sometimes. Well, I've decided that I will unlock something, but what? Now thermal armor or smart vision? Well, maybe I'll increase some of my armor now. In case I'll get once again on some gunfights. Even though I try to avoid them. But next time let's try to, once I get another praxis kit somehow, either through leveling or whatever means. Probably then upgrade my, well, energy cell level, but my recharge rate. But at some point I definitely wanna also upgrade this. Or maybe I'll increase my cloaking ability. But now let's head back to... excuse me, let's head back to Sarif. Too bad I didn't find some more Red Devil. Ooh, nice. Thankfully I bothered to look.
You believe it? We had the place surrounded, and we were ordered to hang back. Since when did we take orders from David Sarif?
Maybe there was some hazardous material they were worried about.
More like there was something illegal in there that they wanted the rent-a-cop to get rid of. We should have never let that guy in.
I thought Jensen did okay. He helped save the hostages.
He got lucky.
You're Jensen, right? One of my buddies told me what you did at the plant. Nice job saving those hostages. Can't imagine what those Purity First nuts were thinking when they went in there.
I got nothing to say to you. If you want something from Detroit PD, go cry to your boss about it.
Oh, somebody's salty. Now let's speak with
Here,
David.
this is for you. It's a corporate passport encoded with your biometrics. I've set up a false flag routing which should get you to Hengsah Island without any problems.
You're sending me to China? What about FEMA?
FEMA's got nothing to do with this, trust me. We'll have better luck in China.
How can you say that? I saw the bastard who killed Megan pulling his men out of that facility. I left one of those men dead in its underground storage bay.
I know that, Adam. Frank was monitoring the whole thing. So I also know that before he died, that man gave you an address in China. I want you to check it out.
That doesn't make any sense.
Look, Adam. There's a reason this company's under attack. You think it has to do with the typhoon or with some other top-secret military project that I haven't told you about?
The thought had crossed my mind.
Yeah, well, it doesn't. The work Megan's team was doing before they were killed, it was redefining what it means to be human. This company, Sarif Industries, was about to lead mankind to its next stage in human development. Self-controlled evolution. Can't you see how scary that can be to some people?
Sure. I also see how lucrative it can be for some others.
It's never been about money for me, Adam. But you're right. There are people out there who don't exactly feel the same.
Like who?
I'm hoping you'll be able to find that answer for us in China. So get going. Farida's prepping the chopper.
Getting things done. Well, that's once again good chunk of XP, but still ways to go. You know, how much actually? 2,240. So now we're going to China. Off we go.
Hey, Jensen. The boss said you were on your way. You're gonna love Hengsah.
You've been there?
Used to live there. I spent 3, maybe 4 years working in the upper city, and most of my nights having fun in the lower one. You ready to go?
Well, thankfully, all unfinished side quests have been done.
I thought I was. How long is this gonna take, Malik?
You mean the flight or the fun afterward? Don't worry, we'll be there before you know it. Climb in. Jensen, you might want to get ready. The jewel of the Yangtze approacheth.
Son of a bitch. I'm supposed to find answers in that.
Hey, twice the scum and half the space. Hang on, we're going in. The address you got off that Merc, Hengsah Court Gardens? It's a bit of a walk from here in the Yuzhou district, but I figured it might be best not to drop you too close.
In case Barret only gave up the address knowing I'd walk into another trap.
It's the kind of thing I'd do to an enemy. You want my advice? Just find out who lives there and get out.
Now let's go explore Hengsah.
在当地的lâm诊所里，我从来没见过那样的手，他们看起来很先进。
Stun gun darts. Interesting.
我知道科技会一直进步，但有时我很担心我们会无法驾驶它。
你看上去很疲劳，去休息会儿，再回来。你得精力充沛。
Hey, do you know how to get to the Hong Kong Hua hotel?
There is much to do down here in the lower city, especially in the Qui-Gon district.
Qui-Gon district. Just walk over there and go down the stairs. This rooftop connects to all the districts.
Thanks, buddy.
No problem. Have fun. Looking for a good time in Hengsah? I recommend you try the Hive nightclub. 2 for 1 drink night. Every night. It's on Jihu Street. I hear they can also hook you up with some nice mechanical parts. If you don't mind buying second hand.
You know, there's an amazing view of the city.
There is really no need for tourists to venture outside this area and put their lives at risk.
What are you looking for, Lawai? Guns? Hacking equipment?
What makes you think I'm looking for that kind of stuff?
Hey, I don't want to step on your toes. Just saying, if you need anything, there's a merchant at the Honghua Hotel who can help you.
All right, man. Noted. You're not gonna try to sell me something, are you? Good. Because I'm getting tired of pushing
Why?
salespeople.
You looking for some goods? Go to the Honghua Hotel. Ask for Lin Fu Ren. Okay? Lin get you anything you need.
Well, unfortunately I'm short on cash, but let's keep in mind. Let's head for the Yuhao district. But let's keep our eyes open for side quests, because we do have some that we can do while we're in Hengsah.
You've
been in Hengsha long? First time I came here, fell in love with the place.
Don't stay here, Lao Wai. This city is very dangerous, especially lower. Too many groups fighting for control.
Nice place, Hengsha. Friendly people, mostly. I can't speak much Chinese, though.
哎，来看，不错的工具，小心一点。That's professional work you got there. Are you a guinea pig? A veteran? Shit. Compared to you, my job looks homemade. But it's all leading us to the same place. Right, Lao Wai? When the shift happens, then we'll be complete and immortal.
Very impressive machinery, my friend. As you can see, not all of us are as lucky as you. Maybe one day I can introduce you to my doctor. What do you think, Lao Wai? Trade some equipment?
Let's do a little bit of exploring. Because, well, we could get some credits. Not much, but also a little bit of XP. Who knows, I might actually find some...
I think bringing in Bell Tower to police the city is a great thing for Shanghai. I'm sure some of those corrupt officials in the Chinese bureaucracy are having sleepless nights these days.
You think Bell Tower isn't corrupt? I've seen them look the other way lots of times, trying to shut down the line. And don't get me started about the working people in my hand.
What do you think of Lower City? Mostly workers from Taiyang Medical live here. Low renting housing, especially at the Alice Garden parts. They use a company shuttle to access the TYM building. High security. You need an access card to use it.
Bell Tower's got the whole apartment complex locked down. Nobody knows why.
我觉得没人可以想得出这些调查员是怎么胡来的。
Yeah, well, I was hoping one of them would tell me how long it would be before I could get back in.
你想让一个中楼的调查员有点基本的礼貌，在这小镇上，你可以去试试。
Apparently some tenant is causing problems in my apartment building. No one's allowed in until he's arrested.
Sorry, mister. I understand English, but I cannot speak it very well.
I need to get something in my apartment. I don't care what kind of operation is going on. Now let me in immediately.
Can't oblige you, ma'am. Now move along, please.
How dare you? Who are you to tell me I can't get into my own home? Do you know how much money I pay for this place?
I said move along before there's trouble.
You Bell Tower assholes are all the same. You don't have an answer to an honest question, so you start to threaten.
有问题吗?
This is completely unacceptable.
Sorry, pal. No one's allowed in right now. Don't get pushy, man. I'm running out of patience. Don't get pushy, man. I'm running out of patience.
没什么，现在更不符合事实。
Bell
Well, something's definitely going on in the apartment area where...
Those bell tower idiots are tearing the whole building apart, especially the penthouse. Obviously, the guy they're looking for isn't here. Why don't they just leave?
你不是当地人吧？是吗？
Let's see if he can answer some questions.
Bell Tower is conducting an investigation in this building, sir. No admittance.
Malik, you might have been right about that trap. Hengsah Court Gardens is under lockdown by Bell Tower Associates.
Bell Tower? They're the police in Lower Hengsha, Jensen. They're under contract with the Chinese government. You think the Chinese...
I won't know anything until I get inside that penthouse.
Level 1 security. Well, there's a vent. I could try to sneak there or go through the roof. But also, let's... Come on, come on.
Access granted.
Oh, I could pick up a pet here too, but damn. Well, let's keep that in mind. I can pick it up. Once I find the weapon merchant, I can sell it. But really, where should I go? I thought I saw a guardrail over there. Maybe I should try to go through the roof this time. Over here. But that'll be the next video. So, when we come back, ladies and gentlemen, once again, we are going to try and infiltrate. And who knows, hopefully I'll manage to do that. But, in case we don't, well, maybe the thermal armor now proves useful. But, that'll be the next video. Until then, as always, I'll see you when I see you. Later.